Hello and welcome from the Bristly Stranger. We have come to have a look at something new on the channel today. It is Warsaw. It is a turn-based kind of roguelike to a point. It has a similar feel to Darkest Dungeon. Doesn't play exactly the same, but it has a similar setup to how the fights work. We have a map to move around in a very similar way to Darkest Dungeon, but it's a little bit more free roaming. This is obviously set in the Second World War. It is as the Nazis are on the decline. It is set in Poland, hence the name Warsaw, and it is about the Polish resistance that are fighting back against the Nazis. This is obviously a very horrible time, and I know for a lot of people, they don't want to think about these horrible things. But we're going to approach it as a game. We're going to take a more light-hearted approach, even though some awful things are probably going to happen. If you are not going to be into that kind of thing, maybe it's best not to watch this video. So we're starting a new game. I have played through the tutorial, but tutorial is kind of like day one of the campaign, so I don't really want to miss that. Advanced campaign, that just throws you straight in and you can customise just about everything. I think seeing as I have played a little bit of this, like I said, but I'm not that brilliant at it. So we're just going to stick to the tutorial. We're going to stick to regular on everything. Obviously putting these up, this affects the health of enemies and characters. This gives us more loot or less loot, more hard encounters and momentum. That is something we've really got to pay attention to. And like I say, I'm not brilliant at the game. If you've played a lot of it, this challenge and extreme, that must be a really good option to do. We skip the next bit because we don't have to change anything. That is character selection, which is normally here. We're starting with the three starting characters. I think this is a good place. Jadwiga, I'm going to butcher all of the names, so I apologise in advance for all of that. She is kind of the medic, and without the medic, you're in big trouble. I think I had a mission where she was sitting out to recover health, and everyone pretty much died. I've only played a little bit of this, so I'm not 100% on everything, but yeah, these three characters are fairly good at the start. So year 1944, battered by opposing forces on two fronts, Third Reich begins to crumble. Central Europe, Poland lies at the heart of the storm, caught between the waning Nazis and the Soviet threat. There is little hope for release, so they're kind of caught between two forces. Despite the unfavourable odds, the Polish Home Army, now underground resistance, is given the go-ahead by the country's government in exile. It's the final part of countrywide Operation Tempest, so they're going to try and win back their cities. The W hour, 1st of August 1944. Now, this number of people will diminish as the game goes on. Now, like I said, I have played through the tutorial before. I think we are just going to skip the tutorial notes and I'll try and remember it. These things are blockages, so as you can see, this is a city map. We obviously can't move through the buildings. We can't move through the blockage. The pointy arrow kind of leads us towards our next thing. We have AP on the map. If this runs out, we are basically out of actions and I think the adventure ends. I don't know whether we die or anything like that, but I think we have to bug out if that is the case. It shows us how many battles, how many events, and what loot is available. Our three characters, we've got an overview. Obviously, they have different weapons. So this guy, he's got a DP-27. That is kind of like a light machine gun. He has got the car, which is the German standard rifle. Our hero here, Christoph, he has also got a car, but he's got a Payat, which is the British anti-vehicle weapon. I think it's more for tanks than anything else, but obviously we can use it for whatever we see fit. The red things are linked to their weapons, the blue things are personal skills, and obviously she's got a pistol and she's also got a first aid kit. I don't think the first aid kit runs out, but it does have a stamina cost. Everything does. We'll have a look at that when we get to the battle though. We're just going to run off. We can see our tracks and we can see our AP counting down. We know we can't go down here. We have got an encounter. Now, I think if we go this way, we won't be able to continue because of the blockages, but we can get to here. This is an event. It gives you a little bit of clue what we're looking at with the icon. It will be different. Your team needs ammunition before they can join the fight. So, obtaining ammunition. It's obviously a tutorial encounter. All that happens, we get 200 short ammo, that is more for pistols, 200 long ammo, and 75 heavy. I think the heavy is just for like our Piat. The submachine gun and the rifles use the long and the pistols use the short. No options here apart from move out, but we do get all of this loot, so that is very much appreciated. Obviously we are blocked in here. It shows some forces up here. We've got a nice little firefight going on here. I don't think that affects us. I think we can move through it, but we do want to go and do the battle because that is the next thing we are doing. So this is obviously a tutorial battle. I've skipped the tutorial hints again. We have got a German grenadier and a rifleman. We've got some terrain about. Now our guy here, what's his name? Casimir. He is behind a barrel. This will give him cover versus enemy shots. We've got a health bar, which obviously that goes to 0. We're in trouble. We've got all of our ammunitions. We share ammunitions, which is quite nice. The 3 little bars here are quite important. Every action we do costs us a stamina. It could cost more. These all cost 1 stamina at the minute. If these guys are on the same row, in fact, you can see better here. There are 2 rows. If they're on the same row, we could use mow down because that affects an area of 3. When we're stood at the back, we can hit anywhere. Full auto, again, if we're stood anywhere, but it only attacks the front, it has got an area of 2. Required ammo, 5, whereas this requires 8. I think we can get away with full auto. So we click on our skill, we can choose where to go. Now obviously we're targeting him, we can target the scenery, so if we want to blow this away we can do that, but we're just going to target this guy. It shows in the top right there, we have got a 73%, it shows our average damage and flanking. We're doing 24 damage, nice, I love the little animations, it is very Darkest Dungeon. As you can see, our activations, we lost 1, and now they've lost 1. I think we get 1 per active character, and some of the guys can give you extra activations, some of them can take activations off the enemy. They've obviously got 1 left, and we've got 2. Now Kaz, he's got 2 stamina. When he's at 3 stamina, he gets no penalties to anything. When he's at 2, his accuracy is reduced, and at 1, damage received is increased by 20%. 0, you can't use any skills. Now you will get 1 stamina back at the start of every new turn, so we could use him again, but we're probably better off just using everybody else. We can't really use single shot to hit this guy. It shows the target area, so we could get the rifleman, but we want to concentrate fire on the grenadier. If we use target acquired, does that use? This uses 1 ammo, this uses 5. We could do clear out, that uses the Piat, that is obviously going to use our heavy ammo, and we can taunt to have attacks on ourselves, but we are just going to focus on shooting this guy. It's obviously a tutorial battle, we should win this fairly easily. A grenade there. So our medic, she is wounded, down to 70, but she's going to do the first aid, get him back up to full. We have all used our stamina. It's all been replaced at the start of the next turn. I think we are going to... we still can't single shot him. I think we're going to use Kaz actually first. We're going to use the full auto and we're going to try and get him. That's 18. Yeah, there's another grenade. I think we are good with that. I think we are going to use our medic. Judd, clear shot can only hit this guy, and the other skill, we can only use this when we're stood at the front. Now, we can move, so we could move to here, behind the cover, and that will give our repelling fire a chance to shoot. I think we will do that. We're taking a bit of damage. That does cost us stamina to move. We can also use a melee attack, which obviously doesn't use any ammo, but it does less damage, lots less damage, 1 to 3. We've only got one activation left. I think really we just want to take this guy out. We can't hit him with that, can we? I'll keep clicking on it. There we go, 15 dead. Excellent. Start of a new round. They've only got one activation now, but we still have our 3. We're going to do single shot because he's in range of that. Single shot can sometimes make them bleed. Not today, though. It is a % chance. Yeah. They have taunted us, so he is now no longer beyond the cover. We could just move back. I think our health is recovered automatically. Yeah, let's just shoot this guy. What's he on now? 19. Kaz could do that. There's minimal damage. Oh, we can't get him with the full auto. And Modown, we're not in the right position. So, he has stopped us. We could have used one of the others, but I think, yeah, we'll go straight into turn 4. We do get first turn, so Kaz, actually, is going to have to do a mow down because the full auto can't get him. Only 15, damn. So he's only on 4. He's going to have a draw out. That's fine. Kaz moves. Well, in the interest of saving ammo, we can do a melee attack. Only 2. We could get very unlucky, and with Christoph, yeah, we could have got 1, but yeah, that's fine. So we defeated our enemies. Sometimes we get little missions that we have to achieve in each of the battles, but this was just take the enemy out. It was tutorial mode. So as with other games of this ilk, death is permanent. If our character is reduced to 0, they are killed. As you can see, we've got this injury meter, so Kaz hasn't taken any damage, so he hasn't got any injuries. The other 2 have got 1. That is kind of what you want to do with the medikit. Keep them on maximum, that way they won't get more injuries. So we have taken out those. We have got more stuff over here. It's another encounter by the looks of it. The patrol's gone. Team should have a clear path. Having emerged victorious from their first real engagement, your team descends into the city's sewers network to reach the rally point. There's little time to celebrate, however. The hard part comes next. The uprising is now in full swing. The battle has begun. Let us proceed. So that encounter was just finishing off the tutorial, really. We get a little tutorial bit about that. All we do, we click on complete mission. It gives us an overview. Yeah, these injuries are a real problem, but the rewards are quite good. We obviously kept a lot of our ammo, and this will give us bonus XP. I don't think we earn any XP in this. Yeah, it's all 0. We can return to our hideout though. So we have got a summary screen at the end. We're on to day 2. It cost us a single day just to do the tutorial. That is fine. We have got health over here. Insurgents have recovered 25% of their health. We didn't take a lot of damage. I think this just puts us back on full. I think obviously because it's tutorial mode, we kind of got away with things. We have an event coming, and in the middle we have the different districts. The morale, that's kind of like hit points for the district. If it goes to 0, we lose that one. Attrition, that is how much the enemy are affecting this particular district. We then also have war assets, which the more we use, or the more we get, will keep the momentum going. If this gets to 0, it is game over. The other thing is supplies. Each one will give us a certain amount of supplies. I think we can zoom in and look at it, but we cannot on the summary screen. I think this is heavy. These... in fact, it tells you. That's long, that's heavy, that's short, and these are supplies. Supplies can be used in our base kind of screen to do various different things. We'll have a look at that shortly. We've got some income. This has just been received from, obviously, here. We obviously keep what we find in the mission as well. We are losing some supplies, but I think the event may change that. We will proceed on to the event now. So, points of contention. The uprising constantly needs new encampments and defensible position, and today is no different. An effort to construct more barricades across the city launches, and every willing Warsonian is invited to join. However, such projects require considerable material investment. So commit to the construction effort, or we need resources for something else right now. Well, we're just starting. We've got quite a bit of resources. I think we're going to commit our resources to the effort, build those barricades. So this is increasing morale. Well, morale was maximum in all of our districts. We lost some of our supplies, but I think... yeah, we're okay with that. And it increased our momentum by 3%. That is kind of very important. It had dropped slightly, but we should be back on 100% now. Yes, there we go. We did lose some of this every day, but we gained quite a few bits and pieces as well. So the next day, day 2, it is the 2nd of August. The number of people is going down. So that is 940,000, something like that. We've got a tutorial set up though. I am going to skip the little thing and we will go around and we will try and have a look at the different bits and pieces. So first up, we have our various characters. Down here we can see, if we can't find them on the kind of display here, we can go to the bottom and we can see where they are. It highlights them. There are 3 characters. If we click on them, it gives you a summary of their different things. Obviously, we've not done a lot, but yes. Our skills, it shows what skills we have available. So we have got Shield Breaker. We can swap this in, but we do have to swap something out, I believe. The weapons, these are just the weapons he is holding. We have got a weapon over here that he can use, but it is in somebody else's hand. In fact, it's exactly the same. Experience, this is where we choose our new skills and things. We can use our medal, but it's only 300, and obviously none of these cost 300. There are lots of perks. I have not really touched any of this. Perks are automatically applied to the character though. So these, they cost a lot less, but they do give us a small bonus. So yes, very good. We're not going to bother looking at all of the characters. We have got a character up here. This has got the codex. If we open up, it tells us all about our different things. As you can see, some of them have got stars. I unlocked Heinrich. This tells us his backstory, his epilogue, what skills are available, his attributes, and as we play more, it unlocks personal quests and things like that. I obviously haven't played much with him. It shows you the weapons as well, so it has got a wealth of information. The enemies, they're also in here as well. Down here we have got basically the shop. So this is all of our stuff available. We've got a certain amount of ammo. These are the consumables in our store. We have got 0 weapons at the moment. We can barter for stuff, but it is basically supplies at the minute. These are the supplies we've got available. Does it show sell value and buy value? I don't think it shows the buy. I don't think we need to buy any of these at the minute. We can repair stuff here, but obviously we've got nothing damaged either. We have also got a priest. Now, if anyone does die, we can come to the morgue. This is where it will tell us who has passed away. A little bit more of a brighter side, we have got a nurse. Now, we've got a 25% heal per day. I think they have to stay in the hideout to get that. I'm not entirely sure, but obviously nobody's wounded because it let us off on the tutorial. At the top here, we have also got recruitment. Now, this guy, he's already recruited. He has got helping hands, so this removes negative effect. It also gives us a little bit of a heal. He has also got a pistol for doing snapshot. These guys are kind of the support characters. They don't really look that different. They have various skills. In fact, we could recruit one just to have a look. So we've got 3 skills to choose from. There's helping hand again. We can build barricade. That does cost us a stamina. We've also got ploy. This restores 1 point of stamina. Removes an activation from the enemy side. Spend 2 stamina. I'm not sure if... I think we can use ploy on our own guys to give them stamina back. Or if we use it on the enemy, I don't know. I've not used this skill a lot. We can also choose a single weapon. So obviously a heavy weapon, that would be their only weapon, which means they're probably not going to attack a lot. The car is pretty good, but that is using the long range stuff, and the pistol, shorter range, less damage. Obviously that's 20 to 23 and that's 9 to 14. There is quite a difference. Do you know what? I don't think we're going to recruit anyone yet. We're going to save the supplies. So the last thing we have to look at in the base is the agent. That is choosing the next part of the mission, but obviously that will take us a little bit further into the game. So I think we are going to wrap things up just here for today. I wasn't totally sure how long to make these videos. One kind of mission seems about appropriate. It's about half an hour-ish, 20 minutes. Whatever. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's always great to hear from you. Obviously this one, it touches on some horrible material, but I think it's something that doesn't need to be forgotten. It's something that can be remembered so it won't happen again. As always, if you have enjoyed the video, do show that by leaving your likes, and of course, as I said already, your comments. It's always great to hear from you and hear your thoughts. But for now, I've been the Bristly Stranger. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time.